Happy Friday, everyone. It's January 24th, 2025. I've got the building to myself here, working security at my church this Friday morning. And as I'm walking around, I'm going over situations and scenarios that I'm aware that have happened either at this church, my church, or in other churches around the country, and how my team and I recreate and simulate those situations during our very dynamic conflict de-escalation training seminars. I want to talk about a situation that happened in September 2019 here at a church nearby in Grand Rapids. During service, a homeless individual was found sleeping in a closet, and somehow that encounter became a knockdown, drag-out fight. And I strongly believe that situation could have been mitigated and even avoided with a ministry mindset. So I'm going to talk about how that situation could have gone differently and probably would have ended with him still, the homeless man, still being arrested for unlawful entry. But the scuffle, the fight, the injuries and all that absolutely could have been mitigated and avoided. And the tactics and basics that I'm going to talk about right now are applicable across the board for anyone in a security capacity, whether you're a volunteer on the safety security team at your church or you work as a security guard. The basics never change. They are only adapted and improvised and adjusted to the terrain you have. So let's talk about this closet right here and assume that on a Sunday morning here at the church, our team becomes aware of a homeless person sleeping in here. Again, the tactics don't change. Basic infantry and close quarter drills and basics never change. They're only adapted to the terrain you have. Do you have cover and concealment? Do you have a partner working with you? Now, in a situation like this, let's say it's a Sunday morning and you're either told that, hey, we hear some noises in one of the closets where there shouldn't be any activity, or you're just doing your rounds during service and you happen to come up and realize that a door is unlocked. Well, now what? Again, there's some basic things that you can do that are modified depending on whether or not you have the personnel. Now, let me swing the camera around so that you can get a better view of how this terrain is set up. You'll see I've got a large pillar over there, and you see I have a pillar over here, and this door is actually just kind of out in the open. If you have a partner, you can have your partner stand over on this side over here opening the door while you're on this side with your light out, and you slice the pie as the door is slowly open, right? Those are common basic infantry tactics, CQB tactics that don't change. They're only modified depending on the terrain and the situation that you're in. If you're alone and you want to check this door, all you have to do again is just stand right here against this wall, this pillar, because now you've got cover and concealment right here. And again, you can just kick the door open, hold it open with your 1 foot. Maybe you have your weapon out, or at least your hand very close to it, and you just slice the pie again. Slowly light the interior slowly but surely as you come take a peek inside. Now, your light lights up an individual that's sleeping on the floor or in the corner or what? How do we address this person? How in the world did a situation like this become a knockdown, drag-out fight? I've got some theories, and I think what happened was church safety security personnel in that incident in Grand Rapids became offended that this person was hiding in church and would not get out of the closet when they asked them to. Okay, so let's say you check the closet, you prop the door open, and as you're scanning inside, you observe someone laying on the floor or in the corner or whatever. And of course, out of shock and surprise, you're like, hey, what are you doing here? They're probably going to say a number of things. Maybe they're hostile, maybe they're not, okay? But at the same time, you don't want to just completely expose yourself, right? So you still got the cover and concealment behind the cinder block wall here. You are immediately checking their hands. You want to check their hands. Again, personal safety tactics and all that don't go out the window. Whether or not you have your weapon drawn, I'm going to leave that up to you. If you're a security guard and this is happening between midnight and 3 in the morning, yeah, I would encourage you to have the weapon out because you don't know exactly what's going on here. If this is a Sunday morning church service and there's people all around you, I don't know, maybe not. But that doesn't mean you don't have your weapon in an area where you're ready to draw it in case you have to. Again, being prepared and getting ready and being alert, having situational awareness doesn't go out the window. But how you proceed to make contact with this person is absolutely critical on whether or not you inadvertently escalate the situation or de-escalate it and show a ministry mindset when you're interacting with this person. So you found someone sleeping in your closet during service. Is there imminent danger of great bodily harm or death? No. Slow down, take a deep breath, keep an eye on their hands. Again, we don't throw caution to the wind. We're still alert, situational awareness. We don't know what could or could not happen and so on. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to act like a jerk. I mean, right off the bat, you've got to figure out this person's not where they're supposed to be. Okay, so make contact with them. Sir, ma'am, what's going on? Can I help you? No, F you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right. Talk to them. You're not supposed to be here. Again, you don't necessarily have to be a jerk about it. But then at the same time, do we not say that God is going to meet people where they're at? And what if this person finally got to the point in their life where they're going to give church and God a chance, but they are just not comfortable because they know they don't look the same, they don't smell the same, they don't dress the same, and they just feel more comfortable being in the closet? You don't know that, but isn't it not possible that someone could reach that point in their life where I'm willing to come in and give God a chance? I'm just not ready to sit with the rest of the congregation. So after you're continuously assessing the situation, you're talking to this individual, I don't see anything wrong with stepping back a little bit and going, hey, can I offer you a cup of coffee or bottle of water? No, I'll come back and check on you. Get on the radio, let everyone else know what you've got and so on, and maybe have your partner or a pastor or deacon come talk to the gentleman or woman or whatever. And again, if they feel more comfortable sitting right there, what exactly is the harm? They made it in the church. Now, at some point, they are going to have to leave, especially if you do realize that all they're trying to do is just find a place to hide out and so on. I get that. But only start reacting and responding to that when you've actually honestly assessed the situation and come to that determination. Don't make a knee-jerk reaction that that's what it is and throw out this ministry opportunity. Because you can come back after 5 or 10 minutes just to check on them. Hey, are you doing okay? Service is about to let out. Yeah, could I get you another cup of coffee or whatever? They might want us to decide to leave then to beat the crowd. Slow down, assess the situation. Tactics and basic infantry, close quarter stuff does not change. It's only modified and adapted to your terrain and whether or not you have cover and concealment and a cinder block wall, how you open a door. That's still a fatal funnel. Okay, that door is still a fatal funnel. You slice the pie, you're peeping inside, you're checking things out. You may or may not have your weapon out depending on where you are, what time it is, and the setting. Again, basic tactics do not change. They're only modified to the situation at hand in that moment and the terrain that you have. And again, for those of you who are church safety volunteers, develop a ministry mindset because you have a great opportunity right here to at least plant the seed. You're not necessarily going to convert them and get them to promise to be water baptized that following Sunday and all that, but you can plant the seed by how you behave, how you react, how you talk to them. Because don't forget, people want to be treated with dignity and respect. They want to be validated, affirmed, and they want to be heard. Now, clearly, this person has had a rough life. Here they are homeless. But they found their way into your church. And maybe there is a higher reason and a higher purpose for that. We talk about God bringing people into people's lives. And you've probably had someone come into your life that you absolutely know was God inspired. What makes you think God isn't using you in that moment to witness and minister to this individual in your closet who is still a child of God? Slow down, take a deep breath, adopt and develop a ministry mindset. Again, that doesn't mean you throw out caution and you throw away basic safety tactics and all that. It just shows with a ministry mindset that you're having that much more empathy and compassion for a fellow brother, sister, child of God, and you're going to see what you can do to plant that seed and help them develop their life. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you on the next video.